Welcome back, Lieutenant. Do you have anything to report? You have done well, Lieutenant. I knew my faith was not misplaced. You are to be commended for your efforts on Neverwinter's behalf. Your efforts at the docks have greatly improved the position of the watch, but it has also drawn new predators.
Predators from Luskan.
Luskan is one of our less benevolent neighbors. We have had troubles with them in the past.
A war, actually. No need to hedge words when it comes to their kind. Now, those Luskan cowards are attempting to take advantage of your success at the docks to put spies in our midst.
We have caught word that one of their agents is attempting to enter port on board a merchant vessel from Luskan, a vessel called the Sea Ghost. We need you to go to the docks, board the Sea Ghost, and stop the Luskans. Return here when you have accomplished your mission.
And what news do you bring from Old Owlwell, Lorne? Do Grey Cloak and bodies now lie in the hands of the Shadow Priests?
No, my lord. There were difficulties. An adventurer...
You have failed me, yet dare to return? I asked you to keep the priests safe. Without them, there will be no ritual. All I asked of you was to put pressure on the Neverwinter forces. Cut off their trade routes through the mountains. Yet all you have given Neverwinter is hope, and a victory at Old Owlwell, which will allow them to concentrate on other fronts.
Fort Lock and Highcliff still remain ours, Lord Darius. Neverwinter's attention will be focused there, not upon us.
Fort Lock and Highcliff, yes. Obviously you have not heard, but our position there has become weaker, not stronger. And now you have come to tell me Old Owlwell has fallen, and the priests there are dead. Perhaps I shall allow you to be the one to tell the King of Shadows the news. Is that your wish, Lorne?
My Lord Darius, forgive me. It shall not happen again. I swear upon my life.
In that, Lorne, you are correct.
A common adventurer outmaneuvered you, Lorne. You really are losing your touch.
Bite your tongue, Torio, or I'll rip it from your throat. She won't stop me a second time.
Oh, of course she won't, Lorne. With your luck, chances are next time she'll just kill you.
Lemme van Green. Follow where I lead.
Let me lead the way.
Follow where I lead. You breathe your...
Let me go rain.
I carry too much.
These enemies will not stand against us for long.
Where Navita? Where Navita? Where Navita? Where Navita? Where Navita?
I'll see you cut asunder!
Let me go rain. All right, I can do that. Maria, Rocco. Maria, Rocco. Maria, Rocco.
We have heard of your success at the Sea Ghost. You are to be commended.
Taking care of that ship did not get rid of all the Luskans, but it hurt them. And that's good enough for me.
I hope that none of the Luskans escaped your notice. They tend to hold grudges. Here you are, the reward for your efforts. It was a dangerous mission, and you did well. Lieutenant, I have just received word from the Nine. They believe assassins are in Neverwinter, and have asked for our help in dealing with them. There was some hesitation in them asking for our assistance. The incidents in the docks have caused questions. I am not sure they trust our ability. Yet we have the location, and I'm giving you your orders. Proceed to the merchant quarter and deal with the situation. If they pose a threat to Neverwinter, I want their presence here removed. Go now, prepare yourself, and report back here when you've dispatched this threat to Neverwinter.
Lorne, I've been waiting for your report.
Oh, but Master, look, Lorne's face is sad. Has he had a setback?
My lord, there has been trouble at the docks.
Trouble? Oh, Lorne, please.
Silence, Dorio. Let Lorne speak.
Of course, Garius. I meant no disrespect.
The City Watch has become organized. They're taking command of the docks, and they jeopardize our position there. Several of our agents have been killed, others driven off.
Curious. This is a rather sudden turn of events, Lorne.
I can fix it, my lord. I swear to you.
I did not gain my title of Master of the Fifth Tower by drowning Luskan in blood, and I do not wish you to do the same to the docks. It is an unfortunate setback, but one I think we can still repair, provided we use the right tool.
Eleme Vakrain. there you are. I've been meaning to chat with you. You've helped me and Dory out of some scrapes, so I wanted to thank you proper. I've got a proposition for you. I heard you're friends with the owner of the Sunken Flagon. Me and my mates could really use a roof over our heads at night.
A roof would be so good.
So the deal is, we'll help you out, and you convince your friend to let us stay in the Flagon. Deal? You'll find there's plenty we can do for you. Not much to ask letting us bunk up indoors instead of out, don't you think? I'm glad we've come to an agreement then. Dory, myself, and the rest by the Sunken Flagon. See you back at the Flagon then.
Bye.
I am listening.
How can I help?
Me?
Everybody, follow me.
Me?
How can I help?
Me?
Everyone, follow me.
How can I help?
Me?
Yes.
I am listening.
Me?
Yes. What do you want? Cursed spell. Lost! Cursed spell. Lost!
Whose life whose liking is ours. Whose liking is ours.
Lemme Bahrain.
Whose liking is ours.
Yes.
Yes. Lemme Bahrain.
I am listening.
Lemme Bahrain. What do you want? Gente Yekoro. Lemme Bahrain. Gente Yekoro. Arenne, Nabo. Cursed spell. Arenne, Nabo. Arenne, Nabo.
Nature will have its say.
Rio a Bocco. Arenne, Nabo. Rio a Bocco. Rio a Bocco. Rio a Bocco. Arenne, Nabo. Arenne, Nabo. Rio a Bocco. Creo una vita. What's going on?
Yes.
Eleme Bahrain.
Lieutenant, you have done well. These men are from the Nine, under the service of Captain Naval.
You know our orders were that you give us the location of the assassins, Captain Berlena, and let us deal with them. And now with the death of Lord Hawks, I think the Watch's attention could have been better spent elsewhere.
I believe the Nine and the Cloak Tower are the ones responsible for the Watch in Black Lake. This matter was something my lieutenant could handle on her own, and has. I hope you're not blaming us for Lord Hawk's death. As I recall, the order given to the Watch were to man the gates of Black Lake and solely act as couriers for the Nine and the Cloak Tower mages. We are, as always, ready and able to serve Neverwinter in any capacity requested. If you wish us to take a greater role in the Black Lake investigation, then we would be happy to assist.
I doubt any order I give you would be followed to the letter, Captain, but I appreciate your gesture nonetheless. Good day, Captain. Lieutenant.
As you no doubt heard, Lieutenant, while you were on your mission, there was another death in Black Lake, Lord Hawks. You have done all I asked at the docks, and now I am giving you official permission to enter the Black Lake District. But do not interfere with the investigation there. I fear I have pushed the Nine as far as they will go in this matter. As for the docks, I suspect they will always give us trouble, but with your help we have made great strides in restoring order to the area, and trade should improve as a result. Lord Nasher will be pleased, and I shall make sure to mention your name to him. Thank you for your efforts, Lieutenant, and fortune be with you on your travels in the Black Lake District.
Ah, well met, well met. Please forgive my rather rude questions at the door. I would never intentionally stand in the way of the city watch. Well, unless there was nowhere else left to stand, really. But that wouldn't happen unless there was a flood. I must confess, normally I'm rather, reclusive. Not that I dislike people, mind you. Quite the contrary. But lately, with all the troubles, a murderer on the loose and young nobles sneaking around up to who knows what, I've had to place wards around my home. Ah, yes. Lately I've seen figures sneaking around in the dark, and not that well-meaning sort of sneaking either. It's obvious what they want. Why, my house, of course. As if I would ever sell it. Ridiculous. I'd sooner give up my left eye. But my right annoys me at times, so that would be an easier sell. In any event, back when I first settled in Neverwinter, my humble abode was on the outskirts of Black Lake, bordering acres of untouched wilderness. Now, with Neverwinter being rebuilt, following all that plague nonsense, my property went from the periphery to being right on the main thoroughfare of the rich part of Neverwinter. All the nobility wants to live in Black Lake, but there's no more room, so lately they've been trying various ways to convince me to sell my land. Oh, that's right. You came here for a reason, yes? Great dear, what a tale! The moment you arrived, I knew I'd be interested in meeting you. Wish I'd known that when I first greeted you. Would have saved some time. You've certainly come to the right place. A while ago, I found another shard with properties similar to the ones you possess. I've done every possible test on the shard, but learned little. However, I've never had another shard to compare it against. If you'd like some answers, I'll gladly run some tests on your shards. I have just enough quicksilver to do it. Ah, thank you. I'll be right back with this. My tests are complete. With another shard to use as a comparison, well, I learned quite a bit. Quite a lot, actually. It appears these shards contain latent magical energy, either caused by a strong enchantment from when they were whole or from their method of destruction. Furthermore, the shards resonate when they are brought together, increasing their magical energy output accordingly. These shards are pieces of a broken Githyanki silver sword. Are you familiar with the Githyanki? The Githyanki are a race of beings that dwell on the astral plane, led by Vlakith, the Lich Queen. Not a nice woman, I hear. Ages ago, the ancestors of the Githyanki were human and inhabited another plane of existence, where they were enslaved by the Illithids, or Mind Flayers. Then came Gith. Little is known about her outside the Githyanki, but she led the rebellion to free her people of the Illithids, and is considered the hero and founder of the Githyanki people. The Githyanki silver swords are forged with the special purpose of severing the silver cord that connects the form of an astrally projecting traveler to his or her material counterpart. They look like a regular Githyanki weapon until used in combat, at which point they turn into a column of flowing, shimmering liquid. Really quite amazing, I'm told. I believe the shards that you have found are pieces of one of these silver swords. I presume the Githyanki have come to Faerun to recover the shards. I've never heard of one being broken before. It could be that the Githyanki are as interested in how it was broken as they are in reclaiming the pieces. Common Githyanki would not possess a silver sword. These swords are rare and highly prized. They are given by the Lich Queen to only the greatest of Githyanki knights. When one of their silver swords falls into the hands of a non-Githyanki, they will go to extraordinary lengths to recover it. Often enough that there is a special group of Githyanki, the Sword Stalkers, whose sole purpose is to seek out any of the missing silver swords and punish the thieves who took them. I wish I knew more. Amon-Jero was the real expert. He actually possessed a silver sword. Amon-Jero? Oh, he was a court wizard of Neverwinter decades ago. I met him a few times. He was a nice fellow, a little absent-minded with a tendency to drift off the subject. Amangero reminded me of my old mentor, Master Growler. Had the largest collection of noisy, exotic birds, made quite a racket, you know, chirping and squawking. Well, he's dead now, so I'm not sure finding him will help you much. When word of Amon's death reached me, it was from a messenger who had heard it in passing. The nobles who ruled Neverwinter at the time must have assumed I would simply know if another scholar passed away, for they had not mentioned it to me. It was almost an afterthought. I learned later that it was partly due to what Amon's family wanted, and what had been requested by the deceased, to enter life quietly and to leave it the same way. It is sad in this age when the passing of a humble scholar, an indistinct court wizard, barely warrants a footnote in history. It makes me wonder, will anyone remember me when I'm gone? That's kind of you to say, but unlike Amangero, I will not be survived by any family. I suppose they would, but the Gero family was said to have moved far away from Neverwinter after the war, and Amangero's passing. I have no idea where they might be now. Oh, those were dark, confusing times. So much death and chaos, all brought about by some self-proclaimed king of shadows. We were told the king of shadows was not a king at all, but rather a very powerful warlock and summoner of demons. He invaded Neverwinter decades ago with an army of demons. Neverwinter sent their forces to confront him. Both armies perished in the battle, and the King of Shadows was never heard from again. Some rumors suggest that he was defeated and imprisoned by a cabal of mages. Others say that he was dragged away to the abyss by his own demon servants. Whatever the King of Shadows' fate, I say good riddance. Well, there is Amangero's Haven. It was a secret retreat of his, I believe. I suspect that the Neverwinter archives here in Blacklake would have its location. They typically keep noble family records in the secured archives. They don't allow just anyone to access them, though. I petitioned to be allowed to peruse the secured archives, but I was denied because, well, some silly misunderstanding regarding misplaced books that somehow ended up in my possession. Normally, you would have to petition for access, which could take several weeks. However, ask the guards at the archives to speak directly with Archives Administrator Kotnik. He has been known to let me in, quietly on occasion. Very well. Thank you for your visit, and for letting me chat with you. Quite enlightening, really. Oh, and before I forget, you may take my shard. I've no use for it any longer. And who knows, you may gather more. Do be careful, though. I plan to raise my wards again after you have left to keep out those young nobles skulking about. Hope we haven't talked too long. Otherwise, they may have gathered their courage and attempted to sneak in.
I'll see you cut asunder!
Let us settle this.
Only I will walk away! Ha! 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 Ugh! I'll see you cut asunder!
Let us settle this.
Stand against us for long!
Yes.
I am listening. What's going on?
Yes.
We have the location of Haven. Interesting. There is another Gerald. Ziri will want her. I shall take care of the descendant. Wipe out all mention of the thief. Then rejoin the others. The Kalakcha! Kill her!
I do not know if Chandra will be pleased to see us since last time we were at Highcliffe.
We need to get to her at once. The Githyanki are probably heading there as we speak.
There she is! Capture her! Ziri wants her alive!
What in the hells is going on?
Things have turned out well for us, my brothers. The girl and the Kalakcha, both within our reach. Take one team and capture the girl alive. The rest of us will deal with this one.
Creo una vita. Creo una vita.
I carry too much.
What's going on?
Yes.
What do you want?
Split up and search the rooms. It should not be difficult to find the girl in here. So the Kalakcha survived. Deal with her first. The other girl can wait.
These enemies will not stand against us for long.
You again. Don't come any closer. What? I'm not going anywhere. Why won't you all just leave me alone? Stop right there. What do you want with me? I don't even know. That's my house. First my barn, now my house?
You burned down another building when you were here the first time? You're worse than me.
Looks like those things are trying to smoke us out. Well, it worked. Let's get out of here before this place collapses. So my barn and home are both burned to the ground. Any more of your help and all of Highcliffe will be the next to go. Anyway, I think it's best we part ways now. You go your way, I'll go mine. Look, I barely know you, but what I do know is whenever you show up, trouble's not far behind. So I think it's best we say our farewells now.
Let us.
Thanks. Maybe I should have stuck with you after all. Well, you could have killed me if you wanted to, I admit. Though you've destroyed everything else. Look, we really need to get out of here before more of these creatures show up. Do you know of anywhere safe that we can talk? Neverwinter? The only safe place you can think of is in Neverwinter?
She's going to be staying at the Sunken Flagon with us?
Why not? My barn's gone, my house is gone. Are we leaving right away? So are you ready to go yet?
Well now, I see you've brought someone new to my establishment. Now who is this young lady? Please lass, come in, come in. Make yourself at home. This here is the Sunken Krabnar, play a tune or something. Make the lady feel welcome.
Why, of course! I was just thinking.
Look, we don't need a lecture on what passes through your head and out your mouth. Just play!
Well, the innkeeper certainly runs hot and cold. All right, I agreed to let you bring me here. Now I want some answers. What happened at my farm? Who were those creatures, and why were they after me?
Chandra, we realize this is difficult, but your life may be in danger. And I swear to you, we are trying to protect you, not make more trouble for you.
Oh, all right, sorry. Guess the whole thing's hard to take all at once.
A little paladin charm sure calmed her quick.
But what could I know that's so important? Amanjaro? He was my grandfather. Or my great-grandfather. Or was it my great-great-grandfather? I heard he was an eccentric but humble wizard. But he died a long time ago. What's he got to do with this whole mess? My mother told me about the Haven when I was a child. I thought it was just a tale she used to make me do my chores on time. She always threatened to lock me in there if I wasn't a good girl. I have no idea where it is. Knowing its location wouldn't help you much anyway. My mother said something about a path you have to walk to get to it. Like a series of challenges, but I don't remember what they are. She also said getting into the Haven requires a pint of fresh blood. And not just any blood will do. It has to be Jarrow blood. Wait, is that why you rescued me? So you could bleed me?
That was not our intention, Chandra. Please, hear us out.
Well, if you think I'm going to some dark dungeon that used to give me nightmares, well, think again. My mother said his haven was like 100 twisting corridors jumbled together into an inescapable labyrinth, filled with the deadliest traps and evil beasts conjured from the abyss. Or something like that. I think she was exaggerating. Perhaps it is just childhood stories, but even if I knew where the Haven was, it's the last place I'd want to go. I never met him. My mother told me she knew him as a young child. She said that Jarrow would cradle her and sing to her, and she would pull at his beard.
Tell your mother to keep her distance from me, lass.
You know, I never thought of it that way. You may be right. Look, I can barely think, let alone stand. I really need rest. We can talk about this tomorrow.
Perhaps we should retire. We all could use the rest. Chandra, I believe Duncan has rooms upstairs.
I do.
Oh, thanks for the hospitality. Cassavir, right? I appreciate it.
Of course, you have been through a great deal. It is the least we can offer.
That I can offer, he means. My inn, you know. Always eager to help a lass in distress we are, here at the Sunken Flagon.
Alarm! Alarm!
Everyone, get out of bed and grab a weapon! The flagon's under attack!
You breathe your last!
That last Chandra has been taken? How in the hells did those Githyanki get into the city?
Does that matter? You'd best hurry if you want to get her back. Look, this one has a sprig of duskwood trapped in his boot. That means they came from deep within Luskan territory, and that's where they'd be returning to.
Luskan? That's your territory, Bishop.
Yes, but it's not my problem. I'm not going into Luskan territory for some farm girl, and certainly not with any kin of yours, Duncan. Is your whole family deaf, Duncan? Like I said, not my problem.
You'll help them, Bishop, whether you like it or not.
And what makes you think? Calling it due, are you, Duncan? Are you sure?
A woman's life is at stake, Bishop. If that's what it takes to move you to do the right thing, then so be it.
Fine. It will be worth it to be rid of you, and for such a small price, too. You're a fool, Duncan.
So be it.
All right. Pack your bags and grab your weapons. We're bound for the Luskan border. Follow my lead and don't try to be clever. If the Luskans catch us, they'll use us for target practice.